now, insurance-minded speeches from Geico.
It's a common expression, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. However, what if the horse's mouth is filled with useful insurance tools? This is the exact case with the Geico app. Yes, the app is free and therefore a gift horse. However, look inside the app and behold, emergency roadside assistance, digital ID cards, bill pay. Get the Geico app, look it in the mouth, get amazing services. Thank you.
Hi, I'm stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Cline.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist. Hi, everyone.
I know it sounds like I'm saying dummies all the time. I am trying to say dummies. It's just my natural voice just wants to say dummies because I call people dummies.
I know that you just said two different words, but it sounded like you said the same word twice.
I said two different words. I promise.
I believe you.
How are you?
I am pretty good. We are doing this over Google Hangouts because I am in the back half of my last quarter, and I'm like, I have a bunch of shit I need to do. Yeah. So I've been doing homework for part of today. I don't want to lie and say all of today, but part of today. I also went through and got rid of a bunch of clothes because I was like, I don't want to work on this shit anymore. I'll organize my drawers.
Yeah, you have a lot of clothes.
Yeah, I do. I've been like slowly but surely trying to do like if I get new stuff, get rid of things, and like I'm trying to upgrade a bunch of my stuff too. So I'm working on it.
You are getting better at saying no when I try and pawn things off on you.
It's true. I only accept things that I'm like, I will definitely wear this, and this definitely fits me.
That's good, I guess.
I don't think I really did anything too exciting. I did. Oh, we had a great brunch on Saturday. That was super fun. We went out with the pro wrestling girl gang, which was super fun.
Courtney and Jay from Face Like Feministas and our friend Megan, and it was super fun. We talked about wrestling and boys and plotted our world domination.
Yes, it was great. We had a super good time. It was super fun. It also took our mimosas a super long time to get there, and by the time everyone realized it, we were like, where the fuck are our mimosas?
Well, we got them eventually, and that's all that matters.
That's true, and he did make them very strong, probably because he was like, whoops, sorry. 5 women need their mimosas.
Part of the reason I order mimosas is because they mostly are strong. They're mostly just champagne. Most people are just like, whole glass of champagne, splash of OJ.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of my favorite breakfast drinks.
Just bang for your buck.
Yep, absolutely. So that was great. I did acid on Saturday with my lady friend Nicole. It was, for the most part, very fun. It was the thing with acid is that because it's not federally legal, like there's no way to really know what you're getting, and so that can be like you're either gonna get like party acid or you're gonna get like deep introspective thought acid. And this stuff was really strong and turned out to be deep introspective thought acid. So Nicole and I were just like staring at the ceiling.
That's so weird.
It was. We were talking at one point where I was having like an existential crisis about marriage, and we just started like laughing hysterically, and I was like, I wonder if this is what the 60s were like.
And then all the baby boomers got married and ruined everybody else's lives.
Right, exactly. They were like, we did these things. They ruined my lives by being born.
What jerks.
So that's what I did. I'm so good. I'm pretty good. How are you? What have you been up to?
I'm good. We had that brunch on Saturday, which was really great. And then I didn't go camping. We rented a cabin. And
That's right. I forgot you went fake camping.
Iowa. We were like in the Wisconsin-Iowa border. We went canoeing. I'm really good at canoeing. I did not know that, but I'm like legitimately good at it.
Really?
Yeah. That's just like a skill that I am naturally great at.
I don't know why that's surprising, but that is very surprising.
And I was in the back of the canoe too. I was like the boss of the canoe.
Oh, so you were like steering the canoe. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's impressive.
Like, actually good at canoeing, Erin.
That's awesome. We should go canoeing. I love canoeing. I used to go canoeing all the time when I was in my like early 20s.
Really?
Yeah, my dad used
canoeing.
Trash X, he used to own a canoe. He built one when he was an Eagle Scout, and he had
of course he did.
he's a piece of shit. Yeah, Eagle Scout, gross. I'm just kidding. Eagle Scouts are actually very cool. It's very hard to become one. But he had a canoe, and there was a river access like right behind his house. So he and I would go canoeing every once in a while. And then when I was younger, when I was like a teenager, my dad and his husband used to take me and my sister Megan camping all the time. And so we went like whitewater rafting, and we went canoeing a bunch of times. So yeah, I love that. I'll totally go sometime.
Well, we got to get a canoe first.
I mean, we can rent a canoe.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that nice weekend. We got a lot of like fancy meats and ate a lot of cheese curds, and that was fun.
I love that your vacations involve eating like the best food.
Yeah, that's what vacations are. It should be like lots of like, activities. I like to be very active on my vacations, but like it should be mostly about food. What? It should be.
I mean, that's fair. I think that food's an important part of vacation. I guess I focus more on like drinking on vacation, because when I go on vacation, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like drink at night and like have a couple fancy cocktails and like.
I mean, I drank. You gotta drink and eat, man.
Well,
that's what living's all about.
True. Good point.
I'm also off of work most this week, so today I recorded a podcast with Elle. For their Into It podcast. We talked about the Blade franchise.
Oh, fun!
It was really fun. I can't wait for that episode to come out. We had like really good conversation about vampires and Blade and silly stuff.
And I know you are an expert in vampires. That is a true story.
So it was a good conversation.
Good.
I think that's coming out later this week. I will post it whenever it comes out. And then our friend Ray came over and we worked on a bunch of burlesque numbers today. I'm halfway through choreographing my Marty Skrull burlesque.
Yes! I'm so excited.
A lot of big faces and like scary movements, and then like.
Do you have a mask?
I do have a mask.
Yes. What show?
Got a big ass fur coat and an umbrella and a mask and everything. I got the word.
Oh, that's so exciting! What show are you doing it for?
The Plan 9 television show on August 4th.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm kittening that, so I will get to see it. Fantastic.
Erin, you're raptoring it. Get your shit together.
Listen, whatever. I say I'm raptoring it, and people are like, what the fuck does that mean? At least if I say I'm kittening it, people are like, I think I kind of understand.
Those people are garbage. You're a raptor.
That's true. One of my favorite photos ever taken of me was me rapturing at Plan 9, making that face. That face.
Well, it's also fun because the audience also makes that noise a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It is fun.
Plan 9's the best. No big deal. So I had a very productive day. Tomorrow I am working on another burlesque act with another performer friend, and I'll be editing this and working on my grad school application. Womp womp.
Oh man.
But it's nice to have time off of work to do stuff, but like also be productive doing stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yes,
you want to talk about some news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Is that right?
News. Yes. You nailed it.
It kind of sounded like not right though. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, that sounds like a news ticker.
Great. AAA is being real big dicks to Taya.
Oh yeah. Oh, what wrestling shirt are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing a Bailey I'm a Hugger shirt and Sasha Banks sweatpants.
I'm wearing
about friendship.
Oh, you are all about the friendship today. I'm wearing my Taya shirt. That's what made me think of it. I was wearing it because AAA has been such a fucking giant ass dick to Taya.
He's just dancing naked in the doorway and won't leave me alone.
I am glad we are doing this over Google Hangout.
He just started quietly laughing and gyrating. He's so weird.
Oh my god.
He thought he was really funny. He was like very quietly laughing the whole time.
That is very funny. He's like, I can't normally do this while you record.
You're wearing a Taya shirt.
Yes, I'm wearing a Taya shirt.
One?
Yes, the one with the brass knuckles on it.
I love that one.
Yeah, I'm going to wear that when we see her at the Pro Wrestling Blitz show.
I'm hoping she's selling that one so I can buy it from her.
Yeah, for sure. It's a dope shirt.
Anyway, so the story goes is Johnny Mundo was asked to bring Taya's belt to AAA because they needed to take pictures of it or something. Taya was not scheduled for that show. Johnny was like, okay, I'm a stand-up gentleman. I will bring this belt. They then didn't tell him. They stripped Taya of the belt, saying that she didn't
show up for this thing that she wasn't scheduled for, and then they gave it to Sexy Star. So who just came out of retirement.
For like 4-month retirement.
Yeah, for real. Well, it makes me like Sexy Star less. Like,
I know, it does.
Like, yeah, ick. And especially hearing too that like she basically never has to lose that title again if she doesn't want to. Like, ugh, ew. That's ugh. I don't like that at all.
She probably was like, I mean, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth or whatever, but I imagine she probably was like, I'll come back if you give me this title.
Yeah,
but like, why not do it normal? Why not just have Taya come wrestle for it and like have her leave it? Why gotta be all dramatic about it?
It's so stupid. And also, they didn't think to take Johnny's belts from him at the same time. Like, now
Johnny's like, well, I'm gonna keep these probably.
Yeah, like they're saying that Johnny has to come back and lose all 3 of those belts that he has. Like, you didn't think of that before you did this? Like, you probably should have had him drop all of his belts and then strip Taya. Like, it's just so stupid.
Also, why strip Taya? Why not just like have a wrestling match?
Yeah, it's very dumb.
I mean, I don't know enough about AAA, but like what I always hear about AAA is not great.
Yeah, they sound like a fucking clown car company. It's fucking bizarre.
Not gonna watch any of their stuff.
Yeah, seriously. Ooh. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I saw that one in that gym that was like a tour of people from their company, but even that wasn't like a proper AAA show. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, also, speaking of people who have been stripped of their titles, WAW stripped ADR of their belt. That's Paige's family's promotion, and her brother Zach was the one who came out and was like, please don't let him kill my sister. And he stripped ADR of the title from his company, so putting actions where words are as well. Which,
good.
Like, of course her brother's gonna do that. I would hope of all people that he'd be like, yeah, bitch, give us our title back.
Yeah, and there was some drama with some other companies that were like, well, we're still going to have ADR come because we don't give a shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
So, fuck them.
Fuck that.
Here's some more bullshit about women getting dicked over. Talking Smack was canceled without telling Renee Young.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's total bull. Like, what? That show was... Of course, it was just Vince McMahon's decision too. Like, Vince didn't create it. Vince doesn't want it to succeed. Like,
well, I guess people weren't watching, but I don't know. I guess people in my circles were like watching and talking about it. I love that.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
But I can't. That sucks for Renee. Like, and Unfiltered was canceled.
Yeah, it seems like she's on her way out.
Yeah, and she's not on the same brand as her husband either. Like, they don't think that she'll leave, so they're like, whatever, or something happened. I mean, there are literally tons of articles on the internet that's like ESPN would hire her in 45 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. And like she's talked openly too about wanting to like shop around for pilot season, and if she were to leave WWE, if she would like try to pursue more of an acting career. Like, I wonder if, like, Elle made a good point that I wonder if they like got wind of this and they're just being petty about it and are like, oh, are you gonna do this? Are you gonna leave? Or are you just gonna be our bitch like we want you to be? So I hope she fucking leaves, to be honest. Like, selfishly, I want Renee to stay there forever, but like, don't dick her around. Like, she's been so loyal to this company. Like, why be such cunts about it?
Yeah, but that's what WWE are, cunts.
Yeah, true.
Another shitty thing, Emma tweeted out and was like, oh, watching all these 4 women, the same women, get all the time on Raw. So much fun. I love it. Cool. It's my 5-year anniversary of being at WWE. I'm backstage. Super neat.
Oof.
And I don't want her to get in trouble for doing that because I want to see her wrestle, but like, also I can't imagine how frustrating it would be.
Yeah, and like that's how Nia got on TV, was saying that same shit. So it doesn't seem like women are punished for it.
They were on the same. They were on the Emma and Dana had like a bit on the pre-show, and it seemed like they were setting up for something between Dana and Emma. And now, like, what's happening? Also, like, what about Mickey?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, I came back and was like crushing it on SmackDown, and now I'm just like
sitting backstage. So stupid. Have a women's undercard. You have so many other women. Emma versus Nikki. Boom. Put it together. So easy.
So I'm assuming that this is completely cosmetic and isn't anything like scary or medical. So just that's the context. But Austin Aries shaved all of his facial and head hair
Oh
off.
my God. It is so bad.
So bad. He looks like an old man pit bull.
He has a pointed head like an egg.
I think he's off my list, you guys. I can't have any of this nonsense on my list.
I think that you are right to remove him post-haste.
Post-haste. You can't go around just shaving your head and your chops and getting fired and eating bananas. Come on, that's too much for me.
Looking way too happy about how bad you look. Red flags. Those are all red flags.
What do you do if you're Thea Trinidad and you're like, whoa.
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, poor Thea. Did you know he did not consult her before he just shaved his
No,
head?
absolutely not.
Special midlife crisis shit that's happening in Austin Aries' life right now.
Well, that's what happens, I guess.
In hilarious news, there have been all of these like really, really funny internet videos with Naya and the club, whereas like Naya and Carl and what's his name? Gallows, Anderson Gallows are just going around and like torturing the like backstage people at WWE and just calling everybody nerds. They're really fucking hilarious and great.
Good. That's good. That's like, I liked when Team Bad and New Day had all that backstage stuff. Like letting people like run wild and do those things is good. It helps people build characters. Like you just canceled Talking Smack, the show that helped build people's characters more than anything else. Like give them more opportunities to do that stuff. That's excellent.
Can you imagine where Baron Corbin or Alexa Bliss would be right now without Talking Smack?
Right? It's insane. Like it was such a helpful tool. Yeah, exactly. Like they would not have known that Carmella could be Miss Money in the Bank if it had not been for her appearances on Talking Smack. Like, oh, it's so frustrating.
In exciting and also weird news, but exciting, we had the Mae Young Parade of Champions, which was really awesome. And then we had the first 2 tapings of the Mae Young Classic, but we don't get it until the fucking end of August, which is so it's like over a month. It's like a month and a half after the tapings. Like I'm doing my very best to remain spoiler free. Pictures, I kind of have some spoilers, which I didn't even like. I didn't mean to look at those. Like, but I am very excited. My guess is going to be the finals, and nobody at me with your spoiler bullshit. I would like to pretend that I live in this world where spoilers don't matter. My guess is that the final 2 are going to be Kari, Hojo, and Candice.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, which I'm cool with. I could also see Mercedes making it very far.
Yeah.
Because she's part of the trifecta with what's her face, Shayna Baszler, and they like it's purposefully set up the whole like four horsewomen of MMA and WWE, and like Ronda has hinted about wanting to come back, so I feel like bringing her up with somebody who's like already really established would be something that they would totally do as well. I bet that's why they're taking a fucking month to do this, because they're like, who can we manipulate into getting a contract? How can we make sure that you stay in order to put you into our finals? Like,
I hope Tessa goes far too. I love Tessa.
I love Tessa. Is she a good guy or a bad guy though? Because whatever. I love Tessa, but she's a much better bad guy, and I would much rather see her as a bad guy.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, well, there was that whole thing with Ronda Rousey like inducting introducing Stephanie McMahon for some like humanitarian award, blah blah blah, whatever. But like Stephanie and Ronda are like BFFs.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna get Ronda doing some bullshit. I don't know against who. I hope it's Stephanie and nobody else. Don't take anybody else's fucking spot.
God, I want Ronda to get her nose broke or something. I hate Ronda Rousey so much.
So do I. She's such trash garbage. It is unbelievable.
Oh, shocking that most MMA people are trash garbage. In my opinion, don't come for me.
Yeah.
If you're insane enough to get into a cage and have people kick your face in, like, you're probably not a great person.
Yeah. True. True.
I know that's like a gross generalization, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I am very excited for the Man Classic. I thought Lita did a good job. JR is probably going to be garbage, whatever.
I had one more piece of news, too. Apparently, Rey Mysterio's contract with Lucha Underground expires October 18th, and he's been talking to WWE and to Global Force Wrestling about making a return to either company. Whoever will give him the most money is what it sounds like.
I mean, how would Global Force Wrestling even have the money to give him any money?
I have no idea, to be honest. They're going to have to get rid of ADR, maybe, so, send that money straight to Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have him. I watched a little TNA and I just or Global Force Wrestling. It's gonna take me time, everybody. I just fast forwarded through all his bullshit because I was like, I don't want to see your shit.
Fuck that guy.
Honestly, fuck that guy. He wasn't even. I didn't even like him before all this drama and before I knew that he was such a bad person. But he's boring. His wrestling is dumb.
Yeah.
And he's a bad person. Why?
Bye. Yeah, fuck that dude.
Why? Jack Swagger's a free agent. Why hire him?
Gross.
Free agent. Why hire him? Well, at least with Ryback, you just get a petty attitude and somebody who believes in the secret.
Yeah, that's true. He hasn't, abused somebody that we know of. Upgrade, I guess. Right? just in secret with the secret.
Just the secret. Oh, just a warning or whatever. We're recording on Tuesday. We normally record on Wednesday just because our friend has to have a birthday or whatever. What a dick.
Whatever.
So we're not going to watch SmackDown, but we will talk about Battleground.
Yes.
Let's talk about Lucha.
Lucha.
I thought this week's episode was really good.
I really enjoyed it. I watched it this morning, so it's fresh in my memory.
Fresh in your brain. So
yeah.
The opening match is Jeremiah Crane versus Taya. It was so good to see Taya in an actual fight. We haven't seen her in an actual fight for a while. She's been fucking around with getting involved in a lot of people's matches. And yeah, she did wrestle Joey Ryan, but it was kind of a comedy match. This was a fight.
Yes, very much so.
I thought it was really good. And I liked that she, pulled a little shenanigans in the beginning, slapped Jeremiah, and then he really took it to her for a little bit. But I'm glad it wasn't just a squash. I was really worried that he was going to beat the shit out of her and just pin her. But she really fought back. And I just love her attitude when she's fighting. She is so fucking good. And I like that Sexy Star got involved, but kind of afterwards.
Yeah, she let Taya get beaten without her interfering and then gave her the retribution for the brass knuckles that got her disqualified.
Punch in the face.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked that a lot. Sexy Star looked banging in that outfit. I don't know how she was walking in those heels. They were so fucking high.
Well, I don't know. Now we have this, I know this was filmed way before, but now I'm putting all the Taya Sexy Star drama onto this storyline.
Right? I know I should.
Even though Sexy Star's a good guy in this story, now I'm kind of on Taya's side.
I know, right? I know Jay says we should always boo the heels, but I really want to cheer for Taya in this because now I have all this extra background information, and I'm I don't know about you, Sexy Star. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, Sexy. There's a backstage segment with Aerostar and Phoenix, where Phoenix keeps talking about how Aerostar's a time traveler, and he's from the future, and Aerostar's I'm wishing you luck tonight. He's well, tell me if I'm gonna win. He's optimism is not always easy for a man who has seen the future. I like that a lot. I didn't actually pick up that Aerostar was a time traveler. I just thought that he lived for a really long time traveling through space because he was in the beginning. I always thought he was just a space alien. But now that there's confirmation, or at least confirmation that I picked up on because it was blatantly spelled out for me. Time traveler. Yeah. And I still like that they're keeping the storyline of Drago, Aerostar, Phoenix, super friends alive with these kind of backstage segments. They talked about Drago, he could still be in there. And Aerostar's I don't think so, man. I think he's gone with the lizards.
With the reptile clan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
The next match was Mil Muertes versus Paul London. Paul London, who just gyrated at Mil Muertes that was going to do anything.
His fucking codpiece on the outside of his pants, the further and further it got into the match, and the more he was sweating into his white pants, but not into the elastic from the codpiece, I was this is a strange decision that you've made.
But it works for the insanity of his character.
Yeah, I feel most of the time he just doesn't wrestle long enough matches for it to become so apparent that the codpiece is a separate piece of his pants. So it was sort of like watching Zack Sabre Jr.'s pants, where it was like, oh, now these are so dirty and like, so distracted.
It was like sweat that was new, not like sweat that had been like
right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, exactly.
And curdled.
Ew.
Got them curdled shorts.
That's disgusting.
Paul London tries to win with like Rabbit Tribe shenanigans, but
he did great.
Sir,
like, I'm not a huge Paul London fan, but I really enjoyed him in this match.
I agree, and I like how the Rabbit Tribe like comes in and tries to be like all woo, we're all crazy. Yeah. Also, Paul London was so sweaty. My thought when Katrina went for the lick of death, I was like, man, do you regret making this choice as a character? Because I have a feeling, because it's such a weird choice. I bet you she had the idea in like the first season. She was like, it's kind of sexy, but it's kind of scary. I think it will work for my character. And now it's just a thing she has to do no matter what.
Yeah.
There was a point where she like licked her hand. Like, I was like, yeah, that did not look great, my friend.
Yeah, no.
We all make choices, and this is one that you've made. And although it is a powerful move, you as an individual person probably are pissed at yourself on a daily basis.
It was like you at the last Plan 9 show realizing like, I have to use this wine bra. I have made this decision.
I have made this choice. I'm covered in pomegranate juice. Let's do this. There was a backstage segment with Tejano drinking at a bar, and then Brenda came up in all of her like, cowboy gear, but that's all rhinestone American flag. And he's basically flirting with her a little bit, and she's like, I just want to give it to you straight. I like you, Tejano, but you're boring.
I love that.
So I was like,
too.
He is boring, Brenda.
Right?
He is boring.
In my soul. Brenda gets it.
Brenda gets it. Team Brenda. And so she was basically trying to convince him to join Famous B to become unboring. And Famous B was just like lurking in the background, like, that's my girl. Pew pew. Brenda and Famous B, man, they are the best. They're the best team.
Yeah, I completely agree. I fucking love everything that both of them are doing. And I love that Brenda she's a stronger and stronger character every single time we see her. Like, at first she seemed like such a joke, and it's just so clear that this is the vision for her. Like, she is totally in control of this. I fucking love it. She's an equal partner with Famous B.
Yeah. Damn, Brenda, you toe up from the flow up. I will never, ever forget that.
We called that number.
I remember.
I wonder what they did with all those messages.
I know. They should have done something cool with it.
I know. That's really unfortunate.
Jerks. The final match was Marty the Moth Martinez versus Phoenix. So just remember, Marty is obsessed with Melissa, but Melissa is dating Phoenix.
Yes.
Marty has a lunchbox.
I loved his lunchbox. I was like, where can I buy this lunchbox?
His Aztec Pride lunchbox. He like eating a sandwich and like tries to feed Melissa, and she's like, stop.
Like spits it back in his face.
So funny and creepy and terrible. But Mariposa is also like outside with Marty. Phoenix gets introduced. They have such a good match.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Marty is such like a weird body type and like a weird wrestler. Like, that's his character. He's weird, but he is really like, he's a heavy hitter. He's pretty limber. Like, he did a fucking flip. Mm-hmm. And then Phoenix, of course, he was just like the pinnacle of lucha style. It was just really good. There was this one really cool moment where Marty was in the corner and Phoenix like jumped up onto the ropes and then did like he like ran up the ropes and then did like a spinning back kick. Like, it was so cool. I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. That was dope.
Yeah, that was super cool.
I love that it was like really back and forth. Like, Phoenix had moments where he's up, Marty had moments where he's up. Mariposa near the end went to get involved. I also loved how much the camera focused on Melissa.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She did a great job.
Yes, I totally agree.
So at the end, Mariposa tries to get involved, brings the lunchbox, tries to give the lunchbox to Marty because Phoenix kind of got knocked down and Marty was like, this is my chance. Melissa gets up, grabs Mariposa's hands and is like, no, stop it, and like throws the lunchbox away. Mariposa is like shocked. She's like, excuse me? Like, she doesn't even know how to react. She's like, I don't understand. Who just touched me? Which was the perfect reaction.
Yeah.
Of course,
mm-hmm.
Marty Marty looks so sad. He's like, why would you do that, Melissa? Like, why? He looked so distraught. And then, of course, Phoenix regains his breath and just like kind of rolls up Marty. So Phoenix technically wins. Mm-hmm. But then Mariposa still gets Marty the lunchbox. Marty hits Phoenix in the face with the lunchbox and then pulls out a fucking fork. And Phoenix's mask at this point is all ripped up because Marty and Mariposa tried to rip it off a bunch. Mariposa grabs Melissa, basically puts her like arms behind her back and like steadies her head so she has to watch while Phoenix gets stabbed in the forehead with
the fucking fork. Yeah.
I love that like Melissa was like crying for Phoenix, but also was like trying to plead with Marty, like, come on, Marty, I'll do anything. Marty, please. And Marty was like, I'm just going to keep stabbing this guy in the face.
Yeah, that was super, super fucked up.
It was super fucked up. It was great storytelling from all four of them. All four of them did a good job. Like when Marty and Mariposa like went away and like Melissa and Phoenix had like the moment where she was like holding his face and like it was like fucked up but primo like storytelling. And Melissa did such a good job because this is like the most acting or storytelling that we've ever seen from
right
her.
Exactly. Yes, I completely agree with all that. I also thought it was kind of like funny in like a weird, strange way because this is not the first time you and I have seen somebody get stabbed with a fork because we saw someone get stabbed with a fork at an AAW show once and they actually got stabbed with a fork. Do you remember that?
No, when was that?
Yeah, this was like one of the first shows that we went to. I remember it because we were all sitting on, it was in Bourbon Street, and we were up in, if you're looking at, from the bar, we were up in the upper, like, left-hand seats. Warwick was sitting right behind us. We were with Karen and her husband, and we were all sitting on the side, and it was the manager for Ohio's for Killers. I don't remember who stabbed him. I think it might have been Pentagon. Took a fork and stabbed him straight in the shoulder and like for real stabbed him. There was a fucking fork sticking out of his shoulder and then he wore like a sling for like a month after that. I mean, he only needed it for a little while his shoulder healed, but like he wore it for a super long time and that was like part of his gimmick that he had this sling and it was because he had been stabbed with a fork.
Man, I really don't remember that.
Yeah, I mean, that was when we, like, first started going to AAW, too. I just remember it so distinctly because I was like, I cannot believe we just watched somebody get stabbed with a fucking fork.
Yeah, I mean, it's effective. It's so silly. While he was, like, digging through the lunchbox, I was like, what is he going to do? Shove carrot sticks down his throat?
I just knew it was going to be a fork.
Well, you're smarter than I am, Erin.
Again, I remember the fork. You apparently have blocked it out of your memory.
Potential-based wrestling. You are smarter. You ready to move on to NXT?
Yes, let's do it.
It opened off with a DIY package, recounting the horror and the drama of Johnny and Ciampa breaking up.
Man, WWE hates tag teams. Fucking hates tag teams.
Yeah, they even infiltrated our Twitter account because you weren't even following me on Twitter.
I don't understand how that happened. We interact all the time on Twitter, and then all of a sudden you were gone. Also, I think that I may have figured it out, and I will tell you about it off air. We can talk about it.
Okay. Something happened to me, too. I was going through my Facebook friends, and I was Twitter friends or follows, and I was going to delete some of them because I think I'm following too many people. And there were a couple people that were muted that I was like, I did not mute these people. And I'm pissed that these people were muted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Did you unfriend me when we had that one like fight for 3 hours?
No, I did not.
Our 3-hour fight.
It was right before when we were talking about Woman. Oh, also that happened in the last week since we recorded. Kesha's new song Woman came out and I've listened to it about 150 times. It's so fucking good.
Kesha on Friday. I'm seeing Kesha on Friday.
I'm so jealous. It's going to be so fun.
I'm going to put on so much glitter.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Where are your seats? Do you know?
It's open seating. It's like an outdoor concert.
Ooh, okay, fun.
So it's going to be me and Liz in a van. We rented a party bus full of like a bunch of gay boys.
Oh my God.
Going to Kesha covered in glitter. It's going to be great.
I am so happy that that's happening.
My dream. There's also a Roddy video thing where like Roddy and his mom and his wife were like, I was this close. We were so close, team.
Man, I still just don't care.
Alrighty.
Don't care about that at all.
Nobody cares.
Right?
The first match was Aleister Black, yay, versus Bobby Fish.
Yes, I was very excited. This was a great match. I really enjoyed it. It was also Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was like, they have very similar styles. They do lots of kicks, lots of like strong hits. Like, it was really cool to watch them wrestle.
Yeah, and it like Bobby Fish is not a small dude, but he looks small next to Aleister Black, so it was interesting to watch them have very similar styles, but be like very different looking people. Which I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I really like Bobby Fish. I'm glad we got to see him that one time very recently. Like the one and only time I've seen him when he told that dude he would fight him outside.
I got to see him twice because I did go to another AEW show after that. But yeah, I'm glad I got to see Bobby Fish in person before
he got scooped up
to the world of WWE.
Yeah, it was a great match. I really enjoyed it. And like it was a great introduction to Bobby Fish, but it's still built on the momentum that Aleister Black has had, which like Bobby Fish could take the loss. And we've talked about this a lot in the past too. Like it is kind of nice that on NXT when people get introduced, they're not immediately going to win all of the time. Like it kind of hurts people. Like when Cassius Ohno, I almost called him Chris Hero and I caught myself. When Cassius Ohno came on, like he got to win right away, but people weren't as familiar with him and like didn't necessarily know him from the indies and they only remembered him as Cassius from before. So like it was a mistake to start him out on this winning streak. So I feel like this old school tried and true, like start them off looking very strong, but not actually getting the wins at first. Like good, excellent. This is a great way to build this person.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, and I think Aleister hasn't, I might be wrong, but I think Aleister hasn't lost since he lost to Neville at the UK tourney. As Tommy Endo?
Yeah, he was Tommy Endo.
Does that even count?
I don't think so. As Aleister Black, I don't believe he's ever lost.
Yeah, I think I'm right.
Yeah, I think that you're correct as well. I can't think of a time where he lost.
Yeah, the only one I can think of is when he was Tommy End.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cassius Ohno, there was a backstage segment with Tommy and Ono where Ono was like,
what
the fuck? And
I really enjoyed this.
Me too. I liked how Tommy was like, you just want me to be like you. I'm not like you. And Ono was like, I just want you to stop being a big dick.
Yeah, right? Have some accountability, man.
I love this feud, really.
I do too. I really do.
I really do like this feud, and it's a good place for both of them right now.
Yeah, and it also feels like if you step back from it a little bit, it's two guys who were gone for a long time. And like I know that they were gone for very different amounts of time, but they were both gone for long enough that people are like, who the fuck are you guys? And so I feel like putting them together and letting them have personality together is working. Like they are making this work for themselves and for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. There was also a backstage interview with the Velveteen Dream. You didn't even want to respond. There was just like a 30-second pause. You were like, do I even care?
Do I even care? It was better. It was better. Like, whatever.
Was it better?
I mean, what did he say to Charlie? I don't have any change. Like, that's a good line. And also, he has been doing better on Twitter, like clarifying the Prince gimmick, and it is working for me in that sense.
Yeah, but so if you can only do it on Twitter, but you can't do it live, then literally what is the point?
Yes, I agree with that. So I'm like willing to be a little less, I absolutely fucking hate this, granted that it continues to improve on screen as well. So I'm like cautiously optimistic that he'll get better because he is a good talker and he is a good wrestler. He just doesn't understand this character at all and like really needs to get a grip on it. So I feel like that, like, it sort of reminded me of, there's a story about Prince when he met Matt Damon and the cast of some movie, I don't remember which one, and Matt Damon was trying to make small talk with Prince, and he was like, oh, you live in Minnesota, right? And Prince just looked at him and went, I live inside my own heart, Matt Damon, and then walked away from him. And like, that's what it felt like to me. Like that, like, I don't have any change. Like, there's nothing I can give you. Like, do you think this works for you? I don't think so. That, like, I think that is moving in the right direction. Less away from, like, LOL, I'm kind of gay. That should make you uncomfortable. More like, I am so cool that I can do and say anything I fucking want. Like, I feel like it sort of feels like he gets that a little bit more. So I'm like optimistic that it will get better. I hate it still. I still hate it, but I feel like it's headed in the right direction at least. So I don't want to totally trash it, but I do hate it.
I guess.
Right? This is like when I was like Baron Corbin, something, he's not totally terrible, but I still hate him. Like, I kind of feel the same way, where it's like, I recognize that you have talent that is untapped still, and I feel like with time and space, it will get better. But right now, I'm like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know, it's not working for me on any level. I'm glad that you can be optimistic, but I guess I'm just the, like, mean one, so.
No, I totally get it. I totally understand. I also am like, don't ruin a Prince gimmick. Like, I'm just so clinging to, like, it could be such a good gimmick. You just have to do it right. But so I will be very angry if it goes horribly awry again.
Yeah. There's a new tag team, I guess. I thought it was a commercial for something at first. It looked like a commercial for an energy drink or something, but the new tag team is called Street Profits.
Yes. It did kind of look like an energy drink commercial. You're right. I enjoyed it. They seem fun. Like, I'm here for it. I hope it's not like some gross, offensive stereotype, but it did seem like they were having fun. And so it makes me, again, cautiously optimistic. Like, they seemed like they were having fun. I just hope that it's kind of like with New Day, where they got a gimmick that's kind of like, how is this going to work? It could work very well. So, like I said, they seem fun. I'm into it.
There was a Mae Young qualifying match between Vanessa Bourne and Jamie Hachi.
Yes, sure.
I like Vanessa's look. This match was like pretty basic. It was like we're new wrestlers and we know these 4 moves, which is fine. Yeah. But I like seeing new talent, new women, and I like Vanessa Bourne's look. I think she has like a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see what she can do.
Yeah, it reminded me of when Billy and Peyton first were wrestling. Like, okay, you guys understand what you're doing, but you just need like time to get more into the rhythm of this. It just felt very slow. They just felt very green. That's exactly, you're right, that it just felt like new talent. Like,
well, I think commentary said that Vanessa had only been wrestling for like 2 years, so that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like, good. That's fine. We need people in the first round of the tournament who are going to lose matches. Like, she's going to be one of those people, and that's fine. And that will give her experience that she needs to be wrestling with people who are slightly better than she is.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a segment in the parking lot where Drew, Bay among all bays, top bay.
Top bay.
Yeah, top bay. But bay. He was leaving NXT, Full Sail, whatever, and Sanity was just like, one of the members of Sanity was just like sitting on his car like, hey bro, and then Killian Dane came out behind him and beat him up, and everyone was attacking Drew McIntyre. Sorry everyone.
Oops.
Galloway's a better name.
It is a better name.
Drew Boo. We'll just start calling him Drew Boo.
Okay.
So they attacked Drew Boo, which was not very nice. Then there was a backstage segment with Bobby and Bobby Roode. We have to say Bobby Roode now because there's a Bobby Fish. There's so many Bobbies. This is a thing for Jay. I hate the musical Company. So.
Oh.
Nick loves that musical. Oh, I hate the musical so much.
I've only ever heard a couple songs from it. I've never actually seen it.
Nick gets so mad when I tell him my least favorite musical is Company.
It's so funny.
It's not my least favorite musical, but it's one of them, and he gets so mad. He's like, "You don't understand. It's brilliant."
Oh God. Sondheim Stan.
Yeah, Sondheim, absolutely. Sondheim Stan for reals.
Oh my God. What is your least favorite musical? What's the one you hate the most?
Probably Wicked.
That's up there. I've softened on Wicked a lot.
Company. I hate Company a lot. Wicked hate that musical.
I really hate the stage show of Grease. Grease is one of my favorite movie musicals, and the stage show is not very good. And I've seen
it's not as good as the movie. I don't hate it. I wouldn't go out of my way to see it.
Yeah, I just find it really
like
irritating.
Really corny musicals. Like I love Cole Porter, and I like my favorite musical of all time, hilariously, is Oklahoma. So
I was just gonna ask if you like Oklahoma. That was the first stage show I ever saw.
Oklahoma is my favorite musical of all time. It's so stupid.
It's my mom's favorite musical as well.
Just like, oh, you know what I also really hate? I hate West Side Story a lot.
I hate West Side Story. I was in it and I played Anybody's, and I will never forget how much I fucking hated that show.
I'm just like a Shakespeare purist, and I really get butthurt when people mess around with Shakespeare because I'm such a brat.
Yeah, I get it. I totally understand.
Yeah,
and a terrible director, so that will ruin a show for anyone. One of my favorite musicals, Starmites. Like, Jay knows what that is.
One of my favorite musicals legitimately is Starlight Express. So I feel like I have no reason. I have no validity. Like nobody listened to me because I love Oklahoma and Starlight Express. So
I also love Cabaret. Cabaret I think might be
Cabaret
my favorite
is like
musical.
A legitimately good musical. That's like actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the Scarlet Pimpernel musical.
What?
Wait. Are you I love anything Scarlet Pimpernel. That story is crazy. There's a really bad, like, I think it's Lifetime or Hallmark. It's from, oh God, it's so old. But it's got, fucking what's her name? She played Solitaire in Live and Let Die. She's got that jewelry line where it's like the hearts, but it's like looks like two butts smooching. Her first name is Jane.
I don't know. I do not know.
Jane Seymour. It's got Jane Seymour and Ian McKellen and some other people, but it's like a made-for-TV movie about the Scarlet Pimpernel. It is the best movie in the world. The guy who plays the Scarlet Pimpernel is like the most perfect, effeminate fop. He has this really silly voice. Sink me, odds fish me dear. It's so terrible. We used to watch it in French class. It's not even in French. My teacher was so lazy that we watched a shitty movie kind of about France being saved by English people. It made no sense, but it is an excellent movie.
That's hilarious.
I'll put some clips on our Tumblr because it's so fucking good.
That's so funny.
Odds fish me dear, sink me. That's how he talks. Sink me. They seek him here. They seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. That's how he talks. It's so good.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I like that musical. I also like the Jekyll and Hyde musical. This is just turned like into face like feministas.
Whatever, that's fine. Tribute. I really love the All Shook Up, the one that's made up of all of the Elvis songs. It is so weird and it's so like cliche musical, but the music is really, really good. And I really enjoyed it when I saw it. I saw it, my dad and his husband and I went to see it when I was in my early 20s, and we went to the Morton Center, and we get like halfway through the show, and like the second male lead, the second half of the show comes out, and he has a solo, and my dad and I are like looking at him, and we're like, something is wrong here. Something has changed about this person. And then my dad's husband leans over to me and goes, I think that's a different actor. And it was definitely a different actor. Something happened to the second male lead in between the first and second half of the show, and his understudy had to come out for the second half of the show, which I have never in my life seen before. And so I like very clearly remember that show. And I was like, this was really good, but also this really bizarre thing happened when I saw it. I've literally never seen that ever happen before or since then. Like, what the fuck could have happened to that dude? What happened backstage where he was like, I literally can't go back on stage?
Maybe he was just really wasted.
I don't know. He just suddenly lost his voice.
Anyways, Drew Boo and Killian Dane are gonna fight to see who faces Bobby Roode at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's Drew Boo.
See, I really want it to be Killian Dane. I feel like Killian Dane. Whatever. No regrets. I want Killian Dane and Bobby Roode to fight. I think that would be super fun. Like, yeah, Drew Galloway would be great to fight Bobby Roode, but then I know that Drew's gonna win. Like, I just want to see Killian and Bobby fight. Anyone could win that.
I mean, not really. Johnny Gargano's back, and he has a terrible theme song. I hate his new music.
I didn't even listen to it.
It's
I'm
just
not
like
gonna lie.
Screeching. It's like you can't even hear the words. It's just like a
Oh
high-pitched
yes,
Ariana Grande sounding like random. Like it's terrible. It's terrible.
it reminded me of like young screeching girl in anime. Like that is the noise that it reminded me of. Yeah, it's not good. It is not good.
The event was the Authors of Pain versus Heavy Machinery. Authors of Pain won. Sanity came out. I just don't care about Authors of Pain or Heavy Machinery, and I'm sad that I don't, but I really just don't.
Yeah, I totally get it. Like, I like Heavy Machinery okay, but, like...
I just like when they yell things. I don't like watching them in the ring.
Yeah, I agree. Like, all 4 of them are good. It's not like any of them are bad wrestlers. I just, that's not the kind of tag team wrestling that I like the best.
Oh,
so.
Is it not your demographic?
LOL. Yeah, no, I'm just not the demographic for that, so I will just enjoy other stuff. And I understand, too, that, like, they're trying to build up their tag division, and, like, hopefully TM61 will come back. Like, I want to see TM61 wrestle both of those teams. I don't need 2 giant monsters facing each other. The fun is when there is an underdog who's clearly the underdog. Like, that's fun. I like that. Like, I don't need 2 small teams all the time, but I don't really want to watch 2 big monster teams beat the shit out of each other.
Not exciting to me.
Yes, agree.
Let's talk about Raw, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about Raw. Do you like my song?
I did. That was excellent. Thank you.
I'm just really into like spoken word and singing today, so.
I mean, we were talking about musicals. That's very Rex Harrison of you.
Raw opened with Dean being like blah 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 blah, and then Seth came out and was like, "Hey, blah 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 blah," and then Dean was like, "Hey, you're not very nice," and then Seth was like, "But I'm sorry," and Dean was like, "I don't care," and then Miz was like, "I don't give a shit about any of you guys," and then Bo and Curtis were like, "We're here, we have screen time, kick, 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 punch,
getting paid."
I feel like that was a pretty succinct wrap up of the opening segment.
I mean, I think that you missed the nuance of Seth going, "I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry."
I mean, I didn't say blah, blah, blah. I did point that part out.
I mean, it's true. It's just, I feel like it's worth meriting that he has never apologized up to this point and did seem to very sincerely apologize. That was like a really nice moment from Seth Rollins. I also loved that he was like, "I'm gonna pose like Jesus. You can hit me in the back." And Dean was like, "Yeah, fuck yourself." Straight up, go fuck yourself.
It kind of takes the point away. Like,
right. Like,
no one's gonna hit you.
Right, like I really wanted Dean to hit him with the chair, and then Seth was like, "Just hit me with the chair," and now he was like, "Don't be a bitch, don't hit him with the chair now."
That's fair. They need to have like a slap bet, but it's a chair bet. Like at any point, anywhere, I'm gonna smack you with a chair, and you can't get mad.
Yeah, I agree. I would accept that.
Chair bet. I do like the idea of Seth and Miz, though. Yeah, I know that they don't have anything else to do with Dean, but I do like the idea of Seth and Miz.
Yeah, they can move Dean on to something else. I don't know what else. Maybe he can face Jason Jordan, which we'll get to.
Yeah. The next match was Bayley versus Alexa.
Which was fine.
Yeah. I like Bayley and Alexa when it's not the Bayley story of like Bayley's a fan, we're making fun of her. Because that story is so played out. I like that Nia came out to kind of be a presence for Alexa. Team Rude is seeming like an actual thing. And I like that Sasha came out and just like fucking beat up Nia. I like that it's the way that they booked it, like that it's more believable that like Sasha knows how to fight Nia now. So it's not always a squash.
Yes, I agree.
Do I like that they're all smushed into one segment? No, I obviously don't like that. It's a 3-hour-long show. That's ridiculous. But I liked what they did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I like that we're setting up to see Sasha and Bayley fight. We haven't seen them fight for realsies in a while. And although it probably won't have the same fire because they're, it's not like good guy, bad guy for the belt or whatever. Like they have great chemistry in the ring. And I'm excited to see that because the stakes are high. Like it's going to be #1 contendership. I know the stakes aren't probably that high because it's probably just going to turn into a 4-way, but I'd like to pretend that the stakes are high. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm here to pretend with you. Their next pay-per-view is SummerSlam, right? Like we're just building to that now.
Yeah, I think so. Cool for the summer. There was a backstage segment with Kurt and Corey, building up. What's gonna happen?
So much building.
So much building. There's a great backstage segment with Titus Worldwide where it was Titus, Tozawa, and Apollo, and they were like all hyping each other up. I love that.
Yeah, I really like all of them together, and I like Apollo wearing the suit now. I just think that they're like such a good group. I also saw a photo from a house show where Titus Brand was out with One Man Pool that they were all, and so it looks like they might be starting.
Rhino?
Rhino and Heath Slater.
It's 2-man pool, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2-man pool.
2 men to the pool.
Whatever. 1-man band, 2-man pool. I can't remember. It's very hard to keep track of these fake names.
These fake names that we've made up that are better than their real names.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's photos of them together at house shows now, so I hope that they might like incorporate them as well. It would be nice just to have like a big old group under Titus Worldwide. Like, I'm totally into that.
Yeah, I'm into that too. Aria Daivari came in and was like, "You guys fight with no honor." I
had the same promo I gave on 205 Live last week.
I don't understand though how these performers of color are the bad guys when they're like doing nice things. Like he's like, I wanted to dedicate this to this amazing gold medalist from my country. Like that's a nice thing. How is that a bad thing? How are you the bad guy?
Because he's brown. That's literally why.
I hate it.
I know.
Kendrick and Gulak teamed up in the weirdest team up versus Mustafa Ali and Jack Gallagher.
Yes. I noticed
that they stopped changing the ropes. They are no longer purple ropes on Raw.
I also noticed that. I was very excited about that.
I also think they're doing lots of cost cutting because they're not doing the pyro anymore and they're doing a bunch of cost measures.
Good.
They're a creative company. They got to do that shit.
Yeah, that's smart. I would rather they do that than cut performers' salaries. Like, good. It's not necessary. Scale it back a little bit. Do that stuff for the important shows.
I want a Drew Gulak button.
I want a Drew Gulak button. I want a Drew Gulak shirt. That shirt was so good, and they do not sell it. I checked immediately. It's not on the site.
But I am only buying female merchandise for the rest of the year.
Ooh, good rule. Very good rule.
Rule for myself. I think we'll cut back on the amount of shit I buy, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see, but I do want to like only buy lady merch because I have tons of dude merch, and after we went to Shimmer I was like, now I have all this lady merch. I want more lady merch.
Yeah, that's true. I want a Gulak shirt, and I want another Dalton Castle shirt, but other than that, yeah, I think the rest of the stuff that I really want is all women's merchandise.
Lady merch. Anyways, this match is what you think this match was. The good guys won, whatever.
Of course.
But I do love how over Drew Gulak is getting.
I love him so much. His face looks very weird without the beard, but like I just want the best things for him.
Me too.
Like I really do. He just seems like the absolute nicest dude. And we also have the advantage of having seen him in person a lot because he was at AAW all the time.
And in Chikara.
Yeah, and in Chikara. Like I got to see his last show, which was like I didn't even realize at the time was his last show. It was just like I just want the best for him. I'm so glad that he's not just sitting in the back not doing anything anymore. Hooray! Yay!
Enzo had a promo. I'm Enzo and Big Cass, you ran away and I may have not won and I would have buzzed around like a mosquito, but I'm always here for a fight. And then I guess Big Show and Enzo are best friends.
Yeah, right? They were like, this dude's an asshole.
Enzo's a good promo, like when he went and he like Cass came out and he like, you know, interacts with Cass and then like went into the audience, pulled up a chair, like that was effective. Enzo did a good job.
Yeah, I agree.
But also Cass kicked him in the face and also beat the Big Show. So like what was the point?
Yeah, exactly. Michael was like, Enzo's not going to be a part of this company in a year, which I don't know about a year, but in 2 years, I think that might be correct, actually. I don't know that Enzo will be here for that much longer. 5 years? Definitely not. He's going to be gone.
I don't know. I think he could easily transition into a manager or a valet.
Yeah, but does he want to do that?
I don't know. Most of what he's ever done, even when he was like wrestling in a tag team, has been promo stuff. I feel like he could easily transition like Titus is transitioning.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's possible. I feel like Enzo wants to wrestle though. Like he is a very good wrestler. Also, if he went to
say that, Erin, he is not a very good wrestler.
He can be a very good wrestler.
No, I don't see it, and I don't know where you get this from.
All right. Whatever.
Your opinion, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I'm allowed to have my wrong opinion. It's fine.
Backstage segment where Roman was just like, "I'm the big dog. Row, row, this my yard." And there's a backstage segment where Dean and Seth were arguing, and Angle was like, "Wow, get your shit together.
I'm very stressed out tonight."
I have a lot of shit to do. There was a match between the Drifter and Finn Balor.
It was good.
A really good match. I like their chemistry. I really like the Drifter as a wrestler. I think he's really good.
I'm totally over on the Drifter. Like, I love his opening. I love when he was trashing Nashville. I love that they started chanting, "We want Balor," and he was like, "I want Balor too, and we'll get to it as soon as you shut your dumb mouths and listen to my song." Like, I fucking loved it. I was like, oh my god, they did it. They totally got me over on the Drifter.
Also, man, that guitar shot, that busted Finn's head wide open.
Oh, yes, it did.
I like how they're like, dude, they're using the Drifter. He's not really winning, but he is looking strong, and they're definitely getting his character over. But Finn is definitely like winning this feud, even if there are like not wins and losses or blah, blah, blah. But I also like that they're using this as a placeholder and a propeller to get us to Bray and Finn.
Yes, I totally agree. And I like that Bray showed up at the end and was like, blah, 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 scary, creepy words. I like the way your face looks right now. I was like, whoa, you need to back up. Being extra creepy right now, Bray. Calm down.
But like, who doesn't want to see the demon versus the god?
Yeah, honestly. Absolutely. Ooh, yeah, absolutely. And also, like, best case scenario, like, if Finn were to lose as Finn to Bray, then like that could be fine, and then their next match after that could be versus the Demon. But it's SummerSlam, so like they're not gonna do that. They're definitely gonna do the Demon versus the God, and I feel like if Finn beats Bray as the Demon, like Bray has been on this tear that it won't delegitimize Bray in a way that many losses in the past have done to him. Like, I feel like losing to the Demon is like the only way to get out of having lost in this situation, you know what I mean? Like, the Demon is such a powerful character that it's only acceptable if he's the one that beats him.
I agree. Like I said, I agree with you that I would prefer the other way, but if Bray has to lose, let it be to the Demon.
Yeah, exactly. No one's ever lost to the Demon on Raw.
Daivari had that match with Tozawa.
Yes.
There was a DQ because Daivari was beating the shit out of Tozawa and looked like he was gonna like bust his arm. Titus canceled the match. Tozawa was really pissed and was like, "I don't quit, I don't quit." And then there was a segment with them later where Titus was like, "I'm thinking of your future. That's what I'm here for. You have to like trust me." Tozawa was like, "I want a match on 205 Live." I like that story between them because Tozawa was kind of on the fence about joining the Titus brand. And I like that there's tension, but like there's reasons for it. I think that's smart. So it's not just like, we're a happy family, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, I like that they're doing a lot of really smart storytelling in this like undercard story. And it's like, I really like when the cruiserweight division interacts with other people outside of the division. And I feel like that's what is making this feel so successful, that like Titus is 205 Live, and he's also normal Raw because Apollo is normal Raw, and like if they get a tag team in there, like it puts them in like a whole bunch of different places, and like they can add a woman maybe. Like I feel like it's smart storytelling. It's a good way to get a bunch of people together and like tell really comprehensive stories. Like imagine that. Imagine comprehensive storytelling. The last time we had comprehensive storytelling was fucking Goldust and R-Truth, and they did that for like a year, and that was like the last time I feel like something has been really truly consistent.
Jason Jordan is Angle's son. It's so funny because we have joked about this for so long that this is actually the story.
I know. I'm here for it. I don't even like, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like it's not great that it's like, I have this illegitimate black son.
Whatever.
But he does look like him.
He does look like him. And it's not like...
Fuck all with American Alpha. They were clearly pushing Gable on SmackDown. He's doing well there.
Yeah.
It makes sense to bring Jason Jordan over. And if Jason Jordan is now like kind of like a shitty heel because he's like, my dad's the GM, like that'll work.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like, I like that Kurt Angle, it wasn't like I have this shameful secret I'm going to now announce to you. It was like, I did this thing and now I have this person that I want to introduce to you and I'm bringing into my life. Like, I thought Kurt Angle did a really good job.
Yeah, he
like,
did.
He acted the shit out of that.
And he cried. He looked so happy, sad when like
I
he
know.
came out. He had like tears of joy, like my baby boy.
They watched him do that fucking Jaws of Life segment and they were like, you can do anything.
It was followed by a match between the Hardys and the Revival.
Which was fun.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm glad to see the Revival back.
Yeah, I am too. I really liked that move that the Hardy Boys did to Bald or Dash. Dash. It was Dash, the one with hair, where they like swung him upside down and banged him on the ring, and he jumped out through the second rope, hit the apron, hit the ground, and then bounced again. It was so good. I loved it. They all have very good chemistry together.
And Revival is so good on the mic. Like, you gotta love the Revival. And they're having this fun Twitter feud with the Young Bucks. Like, I like the Revival a lot. I never thought I would, but I really do.
Yeah, me too. I feel the same way. When they first came out on NXT, I thought they were so boring. Michael loved them, and I was like, I just don't understand it. And then I saw them in person at that NXT show a year and a half ago, and was like, okay, I kind of get this. I kind of understand. And they have just gotten better and better and better, and now they legit are one of the best teams on Raw, and I'm so here for it. I love it. They're absolutely an NXT success story. Like, I'm very happy for them, and I want them to continue doing super well.
Yeah, totally. The main event was Joe versus Roman for the #1 contendership for Brock's title. But oh no, Braun Strowman's still alive.
Of course he's still alive, and he's not finished with you.
But I also like that Braun also took out Joe. Like
fuck both of you.
Yeah, like, I don't care anymore. I hate awesome. Just kidding. But does this mean that we're gonna get a 4-way at SummerSlam too, or is it gonna be Roman and Braun and Joe and Lesnar again, or is it gonna be a 4-way or a 3-way? How many ways are there going to be?
It's going to be a 4-way for sure. I feel
so
like
we're going to have a 4-way for the women and a 4-way for the dudes?
That means we're not getting a 4-way for the women then.
Well, that's good. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, hopefully that means we get 2 women's matches. Although we're already going to have 2 women's matches because we'll have a SmackDown women's match as well.
Well, yeah, SummerSlam is everybody parties together.
Right, exactly. So,
long.
I don't know how that will work. Maybe they'll add another woman. They'll throw all of the women in.
Or they will make it a shitty tag team.
Gross. Yeah. I truly hope not. That would be really disappointing.
It a tag team, I bet.
No. Belts on the line. Belts should always be on the line at all Big Four.
Well.
Except for Survivor. Survivor, they don't need to do that.
We shall see. You want to call Battleground?
Yes, let's do it.
Just a reminder, we are not watching SmackDown because it's on right now. We are recording.
Yes, exactly. I know Sammy and Mike Bennett are fighting tonight. I'm excited about that. I'm also anticipating they're probably going to fight again at Battleground because...
Kiss. Just kidding.
Except do kiss.
Or yes, please do kiss.
That's the power of love. All right, what's the card? Do you have it open?
I do have it open. Let me refresh it real quick to see if they've added anything since SmackDown.
Okay.
They have. Ty Dillinger and Aiden English are going to be on the kickoff show.
All right. I like both those guys.
Haven't they been on a kickoff show before? And Ty won, so I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden English wins. If they're trying to turn this into an actual feud.
Yeah, I could see that. I can totally see that. I like both of them. I think that they both wrestle well. Like, I think it would make sense for Aiden to be a shitty heel and pull out a win here. Like, yeah, totally. I agree with that. I think it'll be Aiden.
Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Tamina versus Lana in a 5-way elimination match to determine Naomi's opponent at SummerSlam.
Charlotte. Yes. What order, though? What order are people getting eliminated in?
Lana
goes first. Then I
think it's Lana, Natalya, Tamina, Becky, Charlotte.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're probably right.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin.
Shinsuke Nakamura wins. But I bet this will be good. I have high hopes for this. Like I was saying earlier, like Baron Corbin has continued to get better, and I have a feeling that this will actually be a good match. Like, Shinsuke's dope. Shinsuke can wrestle anybody, and like Baron has gotten a lot better, so I'm excited. I think this will be good. I hope ultimately what this does is showcases Baron as a very strong wrestler where he ultimately loses. I feel like the whole point of the Money in the Bank briefcase is that you can't win against the top people without it. Like, you need it as a bad guy, as a crutch, because you're unable to beat these people ultimately in the end. Like, you need this extra thing in order to beat them. So I feel like Shinsuke will win, but like it will still make Baron look super strong, and he'll probably run away clutching the briefcase. Like, it doesn't matter, I still have the briefcase.
Do you think he cashes it in later in the night, or do you think he saves it? I think he might cash it in at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think he's gonna cash it in on Sunday at Battleground, because it's the Punjabi prison. I feel like that would be sort of weird.
Difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
I anticipate Carmella holding on to it for a long time.
Yeah, I feel like Carmella's about to hold on to it for like a super long time.
I hope so.
Like Royal Rumble, maybe. Like, she could hold on to it for fucking ever.
SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos versus New Day.
New Day, I guess. How many times have they done this? Isn't this like the third time they've fought?
I think this is the second time for the belts at a pay-per-view.
Okay, all right. Then yeah, I think it'll probably be New Day.
New Day?
I'm into that. That's fine. Will they be the first to win both the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Dope.
Makes sense for them.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense that they would be the ones to get that. Although we thought Charlotte would be the first one to get the women's on both.
True.
Alexa Bliss was like, nah, bitch.
It's either New Day or it's two-man pool, so I'm guessing it's New Day.
Yeah.
John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match.
Fucking John Cena wins. Of course John Cena wins.
Yeah.
John Cena always wins.
Yeah, especially when America's pride is on the line.
Yeah, seriously.
Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match.
I don't fucking know. I guess Jinder. I feel like Randy's about to go on vacation, so...
Jinder.
Yeah, let Jinder keep it for a minute. That's cool.
So. I really want him to keep it.
Yeah, I hope that this match is amazing. I want to see a bunch of fucking crazy-ass Punjabi prison bullshit. Let's do it.
Punjabi prison bullshit. Okay, so we do have some questions.
All right.
We don't have any new reviews because our fans are trashed. Just kidding. I love you guys. Just leave me a review. I need it for my soul.
We're gonna neg you into leaving us reviews.
Yeah, totally. This is so terrible. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Leave us reviews or else you suck forever. This is from at Chicago C Rose.
Yeah, what's up?
You and Erin versus Jay and I. What type of gimmick match is it, and who are our male valets that end up taking all the abuse? I think this is a Pete Dunne on a pole match.
Yes, absolutely. He's up, secured from the ceiling in like a harness, hanging above us.
And then
male valets.
Male valets. So I feel like they have to have a British one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But we don't watch enough British TV or British wrestling. So I'm just going to say, if it's Pete Dunne in a cage, I'm just going to say Trent Seven is their valet, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I could see that. That could definitely work.
Who's our valet then?
My instinct is Cole Cabana, but that's the wrong choice. He would be terrible.
The wrong choice.
He would be terrible in that. Oh my god, hilarious side note. When we were on acid on Saturday, I don't know why I remember this, but at one point I was like, everyone else I know is at AEW right now. Oh, that would mean I'd have to be around Cole Cabana. That's the last thing I want right now. It just like tumbled out of my mouth and I was like, that is true. I do not want to see him while I'm on acid. That sounds horrific.
It does sound horrific.
So who would it be? Trent Seven's in their corner. What about like Ty Dillinger? I feel like he could take some sick bumps for us and would also like be a good counter to Trent Seven.
Yeah. I feel like both of us need like comedy valets so we can abuse them.
Fair. Okay.
Abuse in like a fun way, not like a real way.
Yes, true. Thank you for clarifying.
Yes. So Pete down in a cage on a pole match.
Can we just have Breezango as our valets?
Yeah, so how about we can't split them up. So we'll take Breezango and then they can have Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. And
yes.
So Trent Seven, Tyler Bate are like, we're trying to get our friend back. We're helping these girls. And Breezango's just with us and we're like, fashion. We want Pete Dunne so we can take all of his fur. We want to wear fur together. And they're like, no, we must protect British wrestling. And we're like, we want fur. That works for me.
Yes, perfect. You nailed it.
I had the most ridiculous thing I could think of.
Cannot improve on that idea at all.
This is from L. Collins at another L. Fuck yeah. Marry Kill, Overbooked Women of Raw edition. Emma, Overlooked Women of Raw.
Oh, I was like, whoa.
Fuck, Marry Kill, Overlooked Women of Raw edition. Emma, Dana, Mickey. Marry Emma. Fuck Dana. Sorry, bro. Kill Mickey.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Emma is beautiful. She is a great cook, and she goes out to concerts all the time, and that seems like hella fun. Dana is really into scary big muscly dudes, and I am not a scary big muscly dude. But also she's real pretty, and like she can do flips and stuff, so like that would be fun in bed. And Mickey, like, I don't know, I'm not into flares.
Right. Her pants are, I just can't. No.
Can't justify that, bro.
No, I can't.
This is from Matt Levy at Sharkosaur. If you were the secret illegitimate child of any superstar, who would you want it to be?
Oh, what a good question. Ooh.
If I had a wrestling persona, who would I want my illegitimate parents to be? And then me as a person. Trixie.
Yeah, this is hard.
Can I also be the secret love child of Breezango? Can they be my dads? I want them to be my dads.
Yes, absolutely.
I just want to hang out with them. Like that, my fallback answer now is always just Breezango.
Good. That's a good answer.
That's in real life. I want them to be my dads. But also, I guess as a character, I would be probably a real bitchy heel. So I'd guess Miz and Maurice.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, as a character, I think, like, I would want to be the illegitimate child of, like, Marty Scurll.
And you would just be, like, dirty trash villains together?
Yes, exactly. I don't know. As a person, I'm not sure who I would want to pick. Maybe Mike and Maria Kanellis.
You already have the dads.
True. That's true.
But do they dress in Romphims, Erin? Can you please buy your dad's Romphims for Christmas just to see what their faces will look like?
Oh my god. Now I kind of want to. They would both be like, what is this trash?
Give it to them as presents for your wedding.
Thank you for all of your help with my wedding. Here is your Romphim. Please enjoy.
And they just say father of the bride on the back. This one is from Sean Orleans. Fuck, marry, kill Mojo, Rowan, or Victor.
Mojo, Rowan, Victor.
I would kill Rowan because that guy is terrifying.
Yeah, kill Rowan. First instinct, kill Rowan.
I would fuck Mojo and then I'd marry Victor because Victor is like kind of scary, but he also likes like smooth classic music and probably has like an introverted like soft side, and he just like has this scary goth exterior.
Yes.
Talk about vampires and go see like Rod Stewart in concert with him.
Yes, absolutely. I was thinking the same thing. I feel like he's the right choice to marry. I feel like having sex with Mojo would be really terrifying and probably quite painful for the next couple of days. But having to live with him all the time, I think, might be worse.
Yeah. Would Gronk have to be there?
Oh!
Is the situation that Gronk is watching?
Oh, no. if he just watches and does not try to participate, okay, I guess I can, whatever.
This one's from @JoeCrack. Best and worst ring gear you've seen. Off the top of my head, the worst one I can think of in this moment is Cien when he first came out in his like suspenders and shit.
His stupid hat. Yes.
That stuff is terrible. I guess he still kind of dresses like Cien has terrible ring gear, and now that he's like a heel
shirt now.
Yeah, and now that he has a heel, it works a lot better. But like when he was supposed to be a babyface, it was like literally, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I think Mickie James pants are some of the worst gear I've seen. I really hate them. They just look so dated and like no, I hate them. I hate that gear so much.
I feel like Becky goes back and forth. She has a clear aesthetic, which is good. She's got the steampunk aesthetic, but some of the gear, it's not consistent. Like Sasha has the same gear and it's all different colors. Becky's gear is like all over the place. So sometimes it's really good and sometimes it is bad.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like trash.
Yeah. Best gear, Drew Boo. Always looks like a moody Scottish romance novel cover with his like weird, long, scary vest.
Mm-hmm.
Into Drew Boo.
Shotzi, Sasha has great gear. I was gonna say Shotzi Blackheart. I feel like her gear is like so appropriate for her character, and it like looks really good.
True. If we're going indie, Solo Kill shit's great. She's got such a clear character. Her tail is beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Here's one that's great, but also bad. Like the gear is bad, but it works really well for her character. Is Veda Scott.
Yes, I agree. Her gear used to drive me absolutely fucking nuts, but now I get it. And so it doesn't bother me anymore. And like, I understand her wrestling style so much better and like understand why her gear is the way that it is.
Next level, beautiful gear when Miz and Maurice are together and it's like a big pay-per-view and they are glittered to the gods. Like, that shit is epic.
I love Charlotte's capes. Those are all wonderful. All of them are super good.
They're robes, Erin. They're not capes.
I'm sorry. You're right. They're robes. You're correct.
I go really back and forth depending on what color it is, but like I'm not a huge fan of Naya's gear.
Yeah, I go back and forth on hers. I feel like sometimes it's really good, and then there are other times where it's like, this is not flattering at all.
And it's like, oh, so she's a big girl, so we just got to cover her up. Like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
This is not a great transition because I just said she's a big girl, you got to cover her up. But like, Chris Hero, when he tucks his shirt into his pants.
Oh, I was thinking that as well. That is some of the worst fucking gear choices. Although, like, I have noticed every single week on NXT or like with every set of tapings of NXT that like he is clearly losing weight already. Like, just being in that culture now where it is just super normal for everybody to work out together all the time. Like, you can just see it. Like, he's just already lost enough weight that it's not going to look that awkward even if he were to tuck his shirt in again. Like,
okay, but why would you ever tuck your shirt into your panties? Also, everybody stop wearing white ring gear.
Seriously, it
doesn't look good.
It's so easy to tell when it's dirty.
Like shiny white, or but it's not great.
Yeah, even by the end though, you're sweating and you're like, oh.
True. Peyton and Billy have really clean and consistent looks too.
Yes, I agree. I don't love the poison ivy thing with Peyton, but like, I like what she's doing. I like the way that she's moving. I like her gear. I like the way that her gear works with the way that she moves. But it's just the flower. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know why. Like, I like her lying on the ropes. I just feel like the prop was I feel like she doesn't use the roses much anymore, and it felt like the prop was unnecessary to it. So I prefer the way that it works now without that.
Baron
just like
Corbin's
little details.
Is also terrible.
At least he has a shirt on now, so I'm not going to complain.
That's fair. His pants are down though.
Well, yeah, so are Braun Strowman's. His pants are made of patchwork. Like, oh, you want to talk about bad gear? Bray Wyatt, white pants, Hawaiian shirt, stupid hat. The worst gear.
He doesn't dress like that anymore.
Yeah, I know, but that was some of the worst gear. It was fucking awful. He looked like an idiot.
Like an idiot.
Like an
this
idiot.
Is from Ivan Fire J. What do you guys think of the rumors that Lio Rush is headed to NXT? Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, I'm into it. I feel like he could do super well in NXT. And like I have seen a little bit of him, but not a ton, and I would love to see more. I'm
His
into it.
wrestling is so good. I would be a little worried. He is good on the mic, but he is mostly booked because of he's so good in the ring. So I would be a little worried that he would get lost character-wise, but I think he's so naturally talented and gifted that with like a little crafting and help that he could really, really be good.
Yeah, and also I feel like if you want to get concentrated help on how to get better at that, like where better to go than to NXT, where they literally make you take classes.
The argument that he is very young and could still really work the indies, but I don't know. I love him, so I want to see more of him.
Yeah, and also like why not try while you can if you're young and like do as much as you can. Like the schedule for WWE works better for a young person. Like why not try to do that? And if you can't continue in that environment, like do the Colt Cabana, like try that when you're young, and then when it doesn't work, like make a bigger living for yourself in the indies. Like Leo Rush is in like the perfect place. He's like poised exactly to do that.
This is from Jaden Fitz. Would you be down with a Raw women versus SC Live women at Survivor Series? Although I did just realize that they did that last year, so maybe not. I think it makes sense for them to do it again. Like you have a split brand.
Yeah.
What else are you supposed to do? Like I feel like I wasn't watching when the brand split happened the first time around, but like what else do you do at Survivor Series other than brand versus brand? I don't really understand what else you would do.
It's got to be brand versus brand. Like they're going to have to do that with the men as well. Like I feel like they have to have some kind of championship match at Survivor Series, but for the most part it does feel like it should be brand versus brand.
From KaiY75, dream matchups between WWE women, NXT included, and the Mae Young Classic competitors.
Oh, God.
Mercedes versus Charlotte for sure.
Ooh, yeah, that would be really good.
For sure.
Viper versus Bailey. For some reason, I feel like that would be really fun.
I'd really like to see Candace versus Alexa. Like,
yeah,
tough, like happy Cupcake who loves Disney and angry Cupcake who loves Disney too.
Yes, absolutely. I'm into that.
I'd like to see that.
Kairi Sane versus Asuka, obviously. Please give that to me as soon as possible. Thank you.
Versus anybody, really.
Yeah, literally anybody.
Yeah, Kari versus Sasha would be dope.
Yeah, versus Becky Lynch as well.
Ooh, you know, Mia Yim versus Nia would be great.
Ooh, yeah, that would be really good.
But like Nia's got the power, that would be really good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I want to see Bianca Belair versus Naomi in like a hair off.
Yes, absolutely.
But they're also both very like athletic, very like that would be such a cool match. I would love to see that.
I'm so excited. I want to see Kaylee Ray versus Becky Lynch. I think that would be super fun.
Just a Scots versus Irish old school brawl.
Yeah, they need to have some kind of like ladder match stipulation in a steel cage, maybe. Yeah, put the two of them in a steel cage together. I want that.
Emma versus Toni Storm.
Yes, absolutely. Ooh,
honestly,
that would be
all of them versus
fun.
all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Versus everybody.
Yeah, I like. There's not a pairing in there that I don't really want to see. Honestly, like you can throw anybody against any of these people, and I would be super happy about it.
We have 2 more questions. They're both from Megan. The first one is, "Why are you guys so great? Tell me." Genetics?
Well, yeah, I think it might be a combination of genetics and also
alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna say weed for me and glitter for you, maybe.
Glitter and booze, and also my mom's pretty okay too.
Yeah.
And she said, but also hi, first time caller, long time listener. You guys are lovely. What do you think of this angle? Ha 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 with Kurt and Jason Jordan, and did you cackle as much as I did?
Yes, I did cackle. I was very excited. I like yipped and like clapped for sure. Definitely.
I was busy watching Blade 2. I wasn't watching Raw, so I did know what was happening before I went back to watch it. But I felt really satisfied that like a joke that we have been making with DEO for months was like a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know lots of other people were making. I'm not claiming that we were the first ones, but it's funny that like so many people were like, "That is your son," for them to like actually have that be his son in the storyline.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's very funny. And like, yeah, okay, it's a little weird and it feels very 90s, but like that's what they want. They're going for that feel. And so like this is a way to like shake things up and make it a little different. Like, cool. I'm here to watch them try.
Yeah, and I like Jason Jordan.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like they did such a good job. He's really good at building character. Like he did a great job telling the story of how American Alpha got together, and then as soon as they became a tag team, like he and Gable had such great chemistry that they both shined in a way that was like really obvious right away, and they were a great tag team, but they just didn't know what to do with them, and seeing them both be able to do separate things is awesome. And if this means, like you said, that we get to see Jason Jordan turn into a character that involves like one of the greatest wrestlers and one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time, like that's awesome. Cool. I want to see that. I think Jason Jordan can be one of the greatest wrestlers, and give him this opportunity. Let him shine. I'm totally here for it.
Oh, we do have one more fuck, marry, kill from KY75.
Okay.
1999 Stephanie, SmackDown GM Stephanie, Authority Stephanie.
Ooh.
I think maybe you met Ross GM, unless she was, because she was in the GM last time, right?
Yeah, she was.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, because Mick Foley was the Raw GM and Stephanie was the SmackDown GM.
What? Wasn't Paul Heyman the SmackDown GM?
I thought that they had to split it. I think Stephanie originally started out as the SmackDown GM.
Stephanie as a GM, because I didn't watch back then, so I have no idea. Authority Stephanie, 1999 Stephanie. I'm going to go ahead and kill 1999 Stephanie right off the bat. That bitch was cray.
Super, super irritating.
Yeah. Crimped hair, was a weird daddy's girl. Not into it.
Not into it at all.
Done, done, done. I guess I'll screw SmackDown GM Stephanie because I don't remember that, and I'm just like,
she was like an adult, but was just kind of a bitch. It was at the time that she wrestled Vicky Guerrero in the mud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have sex with her. Maybe in the mud. That's fine.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
I'm going to marry Authority Stephanie because she had great outfits and was a baller badass bitch with lots of money. All in on Authority Stephanie.
Absolutely. Also, does everyone remember her ring gear from SummerSlam like 3 years ago?
Does everybody remember her ring gear from the last like couple WrestleManias? Oh my god.
Ugh. Boss ass bitch. That's what she is. Yeah. Put her in charge. I will sign my whole life over to her. Oh, we're legally married? Here you go. Here's everything. Do whatever you want. Cool. Thanks.
I am your property. I love you.
You're right. I trust you with literally everything.
Which is maybe not a great choice, but still.
I mean, they have a lot of money.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Any final thoughts before we wrap this bitch up?
No, I think that's it.
Well, you can find us on the internet. I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at EarnGenC.
You can find us at notyourdemographic.tumblr.com, which you should go to if you want to see a funny Scarlet Pimpernel video.
Yes.
You can also find us on cagesideseats.com.
You can send us an email at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
Also rate,
review,
and subscribe.
Yeah, all those things. You should do all of those things.
Please review us. Give us a rating. We need it for our souls. I don't do this shit for fun. I do it so people tell me how great I am.
Right? We're all about the validation.
But I also love when people tell me that I'm great.
It's true. Vanity.
My vanity knows no bounds.
All right. Demis.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta let Emmy out. She's yelling.
Okay.
Emmy, you gotta go outside?
And now, insurance-minded speeches from Geico.
It's a common expression, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. However, what if the horse's mouth is filled with useful insurance tools? This is the exact case with the Geico app. Yes, the app is free and therefore a gift horse. However, look inside the app and behold, emergency roadside assistance, digital ID cards, bill pay. Get the Geico app. Look it in the mouth. Get amazing services. Thank you.